here's why I'm casting my vote against Biden-Harris. All right? It's not so much I'm jumping up and down, and I've known Trump for 30 years, and I speak to him on occasion. All right? And I'm always very, very honest with him. But I can't vote for Biden and Harris. They're going to disassemble the entire country. I mean, the energy industry is just the beginning. Kamala Harris doesn't believe in due process. She doesn't believe in it. I mean, that means you're guilty if she thinks you are. We saw that. She's the most liberal senator in the United States. Open borders? You betcha, as Sarah Palin once said. Pay for the health care costs? And again, Donald Trump should have just laid that on him tonight. I don't want my taxpayer money going to pay for foreign nationals' health care. People have come in here and violated our laws. I don't want that. Biden does. But the biggest thing, all right, the biggest thing is the economy. Biden's going to spend trillions of dollars on theoretical global warming stuff. We owe $30 trillion. And in order to spend all the money that Biden wants to spend, free health care, free education, free child care, free this, free that, boom, 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 he's got to take private property from me and from you. They've got to seize private property. That's the wealth tax. They have to. They can't tax high enough wages. There'd be an armed rebellion if they did that. They're already talking about affluent people paying 60% of their wages and taxes. But it's not going to be enough, not nearly enough. You're going to have to come and take private property. Kamala Harris does not believe in private property. And Biden is just befuddled. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. The strongest thing that Trump had tonight during this debate was, you're all talk. Your career, you haven't been an innovator. You haven't done anything. You're a default candidate because the others were so far left, so socialistic. The Democrats knew they couldn't put him up. So they had to go with you because you're attached to Barack Obama. And ironically, Barack Obama is making millions and millions of dollars now. $350,000 for a speech. His new book comes out in a few weeks. He just bought a big, big spread in Martha's Vineyard. He lives lavishly in Washington, D.C. I guess he's okay with the wealth tax because it's going to hit him right between the eyes. So that is why I can't vote for the Democrats. I can't vote for any of them. And I usually do vote for some Democrats. I can't vote for any of them because I don't want my private property seized by the federal government. I want to be able to protect my family with a firearm. They don't want you to be able to protect yourself with a firearm. I want the unborn to be protected at some level. They don't want to protect the unborn. It just goes right down the list. Traditional America, forget it. Freedom of speech, you don't have it. You say something that's not in sync with Black Lives Matter, you can get fired or get a D on a paper if you go to an Ivy League school. This is the country. I don't want to live here. I don't want to live in that country. How can I vote for these people? I don't mind Joe Biden. I mean, I know him. He would never interview with me. He knows he can't stand up to me. I'd take him apart in 5 minutes because he doesn't have the fundamental grasp of what the big picture is. He doesn't. All right? And Trump, he's got his blind spots. But Trump's not going to destroy traditional America. He's not. And I believe that this is a noble country. I believe we need to be improved. But that's why I write all these history books. If you read Killing Crazy Horse, you'll see how bad Washington, D.C. treated the Native Americans. But it's not all the way you heard it. There's a lot of gray areas, and there are reasons things happen. Same thing with race relations. It's not all one way, but you can't get into any of that. They can't even teach kids about Native American history in this country for fear that they'll say something politically incorrect and get fired. I don't want to live in this kind of a country. So those far left people, and Biden is the champion of it. He can say, oh, I don't want socialized medicine. He's not going to stand up to them. He won't. And the final thing is, if in the next 10 days, it is shown beyond a reasonable doubt, even if the media doesn't cover it, I will, and others will too. Talk radio, Fox News. Okay? If it's shown that he used his power as vice president to enrich his family, no American should vote for him.